only thing that named itself.
I don't know how you can describe the word the without using the.
The.
That's got to be tricky.
It's the English word for le.
Or the English word for das.
Das, yes.
For our German cousins.
Yes, it's roast beef for le. What they call us in Germany, they call us island monkeys, don't they?
Island monkeys?
Do they really?
I think so, yeah. Not racist. They don't mean it like racist. Like,
No.
But they call us the island monkeys.
Do you know what? The thing is, foreign languages are incredible. There are some absolute gold nuggets in all languages. And someone recently explained to me there's a word in, I think, Icelandic, which means I'm up and not crying. It's like the word for, if in response to "Are you okay?" like "How are you?" I'm up and I'm not crying. And I don't even know what the word is. I wouldn't even want to say it.
That's
out
okay,
loud.
because we've got Wikipedia, so I can look it up when I get home, and I'll cut it in on a really bad mic.
Please do. Please do.
okay, I'll do
in a
that.
bathroom. Can you do it in a bathroom for me?
Actually, Rob, I think you'll find that word is
Op og ikke grotter.
Yes, well pronounced as well.
perfect.
Like that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
really good.
I'm fluent.
I am not going to attempt that word, okay?
Welcome.
You mean you haven't told her I'm a French stuntman?
Damn.
Do you know, we've already had a stuntman on this.
French stuntman?
No, he was from Chelmsford. If he was French, he wouldn't be allowed on this unless he lived in Essex, because we have strict parameters.
Oh, strict parameters.
Because
yeah.
this is a podcast. Here you go. Straight to the intro.
rules.
The rules are you have to be from Essex or live in Essex, because it's about creativity in Essex.
It is. Yeah.
I'm a creative expert. I'm Nick Kern, creative director. Actually, won another award last night, Sangeeta.
Did you?
Yeah, PR
Congratulations.
Week award for some of my Domino's work.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Very nice. So that's been a good week for me.
Congratulations.
And my co-host, Sangeeta. Yeah.
Yep, I'm Sangeeta from New Generation Development Agency.
And you have had a mad creative week as well, because you've been doing Black History Month.
I have been doing Black History
And
Month.
I'm going to come and do Bhangra dancing tomorrow, right?
We haven't. Well, we'll see what the dancer's going to be there.
I mean, it's not
it
tomorrow if you're
depends.
listening, because I'm not going to edit this till next week. But yeah.
Yes, come and do some Bhangra dancing whenever you get this message.
Yes. All right, wicked. And we've got another amazing guest today, who is Rob Jelly.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh my God! Listen to that voice. It's like he's born to be on the mic. I'm just going to check your Essex credentials.
Please do.
Can I see your passport, please?
Yeah, can do.
Are you born and raised Essex?
I am. I'm a Romford boy. That's where I was born. And,
Oh, come on,
bred.
make your mind up, Romford. Sometimes you're London,
well-
sometimes you're Essex.
Look, I mean, let's be fair. If you're going to get all logistical and administrative about it,
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, they want the postcode of London, but the swagger of Essex.
Yeah, it is a confusing place to live, but I don't live there anymore, which is the main thing. And of course, I am always in Chelmsford because one of my sort of, I guess, homes is BBC Essex.
What's this music?
Have I got an alarm going off? Absolute amateur. Absolute amateur. What are you doing?
I was just like, oh my God, when Rob starts talking, music plays. He's like, he's got it dialed in. It's like Stranger Than Fiction, that film, when it starts narrating his life. And it'll be the sad music in a minute. We're gonna hear Rob's origin story.
It's in memoriam of Rob Jelly. Unbelievable. I wouldn't even mind, but I put the thing on silent. Oh, I mean, honestly, that is amateur, isn't it? That is amateur hour.
Well, here we go. So I get to you.
This is going to be the most chaotic episode you ever do.
Yeah, you wait.
It's definitely going to be one of the funniest.
This will be funny because when you find out what Rob does. So yeah, Rob's from Romford. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Check passport
Yeah,
stamped.
passport stamped.
And then we just have to ask you the question: are you creative?
I try to be.
It's a yes or no answer.
Yes.
Sangeeta, come on.
Yeah,
Look at,
okay.
You've been cracking up already. What does Rob do?
All right, so when I first saw Rob, and I'm watching how he's dressed and everything else,
Let's describe how he's dressed.
he's got a really funky shirt on with funky colours, like he belongs in Hawaii.
It's mad. It's like rainbow
He's got-
Disney.
and it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Loving the top. I thought Rob was someone who wore costumes. So like, I'm looking at Rob and I'm thinking,
She's not wrong.
right? I'm thinking, could he be like in a big costume and he goes around entertaining people?
You think
that was my first?
Hang on.
initial
So you
thing.
think Rob is Mr. Blobby?
Yeah, well, in a
Naked.
costume of anybody,
Naked Mr.
right?
Blobby.
Due to NDAs I have signed in the past, I cannot confirm or deny.
So that was my.
Yes,
What happened in Crinkley Bottom stays in Crinkley Bottom.
But that was my first initial.
Noel's been to Turkey now. He's got smooth bottom.
Right.
No
so
comment.
anyway, on the now 10 minutes in,
Yes.
I want to say that he's definitely a comedian, but he's got to have either a podcast or a show. Or
Yeah, he's
something.
got a really good mic technique, hasn't he?
He really has.
But I was wondering, maybe he doesn't have a show because he forgot to switch his phone off.
Yeah, that's a good point. You see, okay.
Shall we reveal?
Please.
And I don't know. I've got a feeling that Rob Jelly's not actually your birth name, but it could be, of course. You know,
It is.
it's your name.
I am legally Rob Jelly.
Are you?
Yes, and I
Okay.
didn't choose it. You couldn't pick a name like that.
Seriously?
For a character like I have,
Yeah.
and for the jobs I do, you couldn't ask for a better
So
name.
this is nominative determinism, where your name has led you into a career that's perfect for someone
yeah, I
called
mean, I
Rob
should
Jelly.
be a chef. Let's be fair. I should be a dessert chef. That should be where I'm
that
at.
Bumpus and Par.
But I slightly missed that one. And it is, in fairness, it is the backup plan. If all other careers go down the Swanee, I am going to buy an ice cream van.
All right.
Mr. Jelly's ice creams,
We
bosh.
could do that.
or you could have a nursery, Jelly Tots.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, well, I've
yeah.
supplied this with some sugar this
Ah,
evening.
there you go.
And the jelly
We
babies.
have got jelly babies. Okay.
So come on in, what do you think? What do you think I'll do?
That's just what I said. At first, it was the whole blobby thing, but
Yeah.
no, I'm
Not
going to
missing
go
them.
with he's a host of something.
Yeah, he's like a professional microphone man, right? Rob Jelly is.
A radio presenter.
Shut the front door. Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
Sankita, I cannot believe you did. Listen to that rich, buttery
No,
voice.
it's
not
definitely-
just the condensers and the compressors and
Yeah,
things on the thing.
no, I'm
You've
scared
got to be
now.
born with that voice.
I'll be honest. When he started talking all technical about the green light and the yellow light, I did think, oh shit.
And he bought his own headphones.
And he bought his own headphones. I thought, nah, this dude is in this other type of business somewhere because he
I
knows
mean,
what
talking
he's
about different coloured
about.
lights just proves I'm not colourblind.
So
Yeah, but it also knows.
it proves that you're not a dog, not a Dalmatian.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So actually, what do you two do? I have no idea what you two do. What do you do?
Hang on, it's our show, mate. You're on this.
Okay,
I
sorry.
know. It's
That's first part too.
yeah.
I am good. This is so. I'm not even apologising for it. It's very hard for me.
I know. This is when we come on your show when you get us
Yeah.
back. So Rob's actually on BBC Essex,
I am.
Oh,
which is amazing.
amazing.
Which is where I met Rob as well because I go in there occasionally.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's twigged that I'm the same person when I come in and do
Yeah, but
different
that's the
things.
best thing about it, mate. Honestly, it's one of the best things about when you have almost like a kind of two characters to your person or two roles in your life. You can wear different hats and you can know a whole group of people who have no idea you do something else. It's
amazing.
And vice versa. Like I do event hosting as well, and I've been working at some events in Essex, nuclear races down in Kelvin and Hatch. I've been doing that for like 12 years. I have seen probably in the region of 75 to 80,000 people do that in 12 years.
Wow.
So when someone randomly goes, "All right, Rob," and I'm like, "Hey, you all right?" And I have to go, "Come on, brain, think. Have I interviewed them on the radio or have I shouted at them in a field?"
I didn't recognise you because you were covered in mud last time as well.
And that's how I know you. Fair enough. Honestly, it's such an absolute headache sometimes. It's lovely. It's the loveliest problem to have.
And being Chelmsford's most recognisable person as well, apart from Jaffa the hamster.
That's because I'm contractually obliged to wear stupid clothes in stupid weathers.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I was right.
I mean, I'm not contractually obliged. Just to be absolutely clear, Sanjita. That was officially a lie.
Can we go for some jelly origins? Because
Please do.
I actually know another person from BBC Essex, which was amazing. This week, he interviewed Donald Trump on Air Force One, and he started off at Radio Essex, which is mad. Like, to think that he used to be like driving around.
That is mad, actually.
Yeah. He's gone from BBC Essex to.
Do you know
to
how
Air
hard
Force
it is
One.
to get on Air Force One? And believe me, I have tried.
He was hanging on
a
the bottom.
number of times.
So, but I've got, it's a friend of mine, so I've been following his career, and it's really interesting to see how people get into radio and then how it leads on to other things and stuff. How did you get into Radio Essex? Oh no! Oh God, Radio Essex, BBC Essex.
It's okay. I will slap him later.
How did you get onto BBC Essex?
I guess the short version of the story is I found radio at university. For me, I was doing a music tech degree, and I was obviously like I've always been really chatty and really animated. So made a friend playing American football. This does link. He did student radio, and one day his pal couldn't make the show, so he texted me and went, "Rob, you love talking. Do you want to come and do the radio?" So I was like, "Yeah, all right. That sounds like fun. Why not? I'm a student. I'm up for doing all these sorts of crazy things, you know." So I went down there. 2 hours later, my whole life goal had changed.
Wow.
Because just that ability to have a kind of a relationship and a kind of a friendship with a listener, get to play music, talk nonsense, hang out with your mates. I'm like, this is the easiest job I could ever imagine doing. Anyway, I kind of thought, well, this would be a great hobby to have for a while.
Yeah.
And then student union rep kind of said, well, look, this is where all the professionals start. They all start at student radio and hospital radio. So if you really want to pursue it, that's what you have to do. You just have to put in the hours, learn the graft, and practice and practice and practice.
Yeah.
It is, unfortunately, no other way around it, really. About 10 years later, after doing it voluntary at sort of university, at hospital, community stuff, there was a job at BBC Essex. I applied, didn't get it, but I got in the door. It was like kind of getting in and getting interviewed. Was my way of being able to say, look, this is what I do. I can script write, I can produce. I'm pretty decent in front of a microphone, I think, and that was kind of all I needed, was just that foot in the door, and then got asked to come and do some kind of cover work, producing. One thing led to another. That kind of 1 week got extended to 2 weeks. That became 3 months. 18 months later, I'm still there. And then
How long later are you still there? How long have you been there?
so I've been there since 2014. So it's my 12th year. So I've been there 12 years now. So I've been doing it pretty much 19 years since I walked into the student radio station and went, wow, this is cool.
I used to write for the student newspaper, and I've got to say, if anyone's at university doing the newspaper, doing the radio, it's the best blag, because you can go for free to any gigs. You can, someone's coming to town. I'm going to interview
behind
them.
the curtain. Yeah. That's the only reason we do the job.
I used to love it. I was in Reading University, and any band that had come through Reading, I'd be like, "Can I interview you?" They'd be like, yeah. And it's like, because bands are bored backstage.
What I've only just remembered, and I've had a wild flashback, is one of the first people I ever interviewed. And bear in mind, I went to university in Hertfordshire. One of the first people I remember ever interviewing who was of any sort of status was Scroobius Pip.
Oh, amazing.
Who's from Thorpe-le-Soken, like down the road. He came to do a gig with Dan Le Sac in the Students' Union bar. Well, that's how long ago I went to uni. when they were working together.
Thou shalt not, that's a classic.
Letter from God to Man is one of the greatest songs ever written. Yeah. Fact.
Let's not talk about him too much, though, because I want him to come on the podcast and he won't reply to my...
Scroob! It's cool, mate. Get yourself in here, bud.
He's a hard guy to get hold of. He won't reply to me.
It's fine. You'll bond over the beard. Yeah, that'd be a good point to work on.
He is on the Essex border, though. He's just on the border.
Listen,
he still counts.
Exactly. You say on the border. If you're on land, you're on land, aren't you? If you've got 1 foot in the sea, you're still on land.
Kind of, unless you're at Sealand, which is not technically Essex.
Is it not on Sealand? What are you talking about? We miss Sealand. Don't confuse things.
Sealand's off the coast of Clacton. It's the platform out there that's declared itself as Principality of Sealand. It's got its own. They used to run. They used to run some pirate radio from there. And
what is in these jelly babies? What have you eaten?
I don't know what from Sealand. They've got their own currency. They've got their own flag. They've got their own football team.
You are genuinely making this up.
I'm not, it's off the coast.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying you're making it up. For anyone listening to this, thinking, is he serious? No, he's making it up. But go with him. Go with him on this ride. It's amazing.
We'll go and see it. Sealand, it's amazing. It's a defence platform.
Fine, I'm up for it. Yeah, I've got my trunks.
I think they used to run a lot of the gambling website servers off of it as well.
We can't possibly speak about that right now.
Not with your contract.
Exactly. Yeah.
Other servers are available. Other ways to lose your money are available. Sorry, where were we talking about?
I have no
Scroobius
idea.
Pip. So you interviewed Scroobius Pip.
One of the first people I ever met and doing student radio was Scroobius Pip, and he was an absolute treat and a joy. It was such an easy chat, from my point of view as a newbie. And I kind of, in those sort of early days, you kind of just think, this would be amazing to do. And then when someone tells you you can do that, and that, for me, is one of my absolute... favourite things to bang on about, is that until someone tells you that you can do it, or that you are allowed to do it, most of us don't. Most of us don't give things a try, whether it's dance, whether it's theatre, whether it's music or podcasting. We always wait for permission. And I think we're just such idiots for that sometimes. And I do want to bang us all together, all our heads, and just go smash. Yeah.
This is what I say about creativity. You should find the minimum viable product and just try it.
Yeah.
So if you want to record a podcast, you could just do it on your iPhone. You could just hit record on voice memo and do one. Like Sangeeta, we talk about doing poetry, right? Anyone can write a poem and just perform it to anyone.
Should we write one now?
Yeah. No,
Well, I
Sangeeta's
do
busy.
I have to perform one at some point.
I've got loads. Do you want some? I'll find some. It's in my phone.
He'll kill me. The host will kill me. He's expecting me to
You
be
are
authentic.
so Sangeeta has signed a verbal contract that she will be at Wax's Lyrical
Yeah.
doing a poem. When?
How
this
long?
year?
He's given me this year. I think 4 or 5 months have gone.
We haven't got very long now, have
We
you?
haven't got long.
can
So it
do
might
this
be a
now.
Christmas edition.
Let's do it now.
I will do it, Ethan. If you're listening, I hope you're listening.
No, let's do
I
it
will
now.
help you.
No, we're in front of an audience. Honestly,
I've
it's
got
gonna
to
be-
do it.
Let's get it written now. Let's
We
practice,
will. Do
flesh
you
it
know
out.
what?
We'll do it.
I might not be here for round 2. I think I might go and write a poem in a minute.
But you see, Rob, the reason why we did this podcast anyway is because Sangeeta said she wasn't creative, and I said let's find some creative stuff and see what interests you, because I know all about creativity. I'm a creative director. I do loads of stuff. I'll tell you about that when I come on the show. But
See, he's very good at this, isn't he?
he's
Inviting himself to
brilliant.
things.
Listen, he's
that's
brilliant.
right. I've been on Rob's show twice, I think, already. Anyway, and other people's. But Sangeeta really resonated with poetry, and I think poetry is one of the lowest barrier to entry things. We've got to have a brain and a mouth, right?
I wouldn't even say you have to have a mouth. And I mean this politely. Like, the thing for me, and one of the big things that we do, certainly on the show I make for the BBCs, is try to just initiate that first kind of thinking process. Sit down and just think of some ideas.
Yeah.
So
Jot
this
down
is-
some stuff.
I should say Rob's show is called Upload.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons I wanted you to come on here as well, because you are like the number one champion of creativity in Essex. Which is what we were trying to do. We're trying to take your crown.
Absolutely dead leg anyone that tries to take my crown. Like that is.
Ow!
I'm just telling you now.
He's kicking me under the table.
Dead legs, pokes in the eye. I'm giving them out daily.
I felt that in my eye too.
You can.
Rob's just going to lock us in here at the end and turn the power off.
Yeah, we're just going to perform poetry to each other until we start crying.
But you're the champion of creativity, because Upload's amazing, and I love the variety and all of guests you have as well. A bit like we have on here, and actually we've had Joe McGowan on here,
Nice.
the comedy writer who's been in with you. I don't know. I'm going to start nicking some of your guests. Actually, I'm going to just have to listen. Who you got.
Right, put my phone away. Get out of my phone book. Honestly.
We need to make sure we get that.
Yeah, tell Sangeeta what sort of guests you've had on.
Crikey, I've had absolutely. I mean, we've done. Like I had talked to a guy from Romania who now lives over in Cambridgeshire, but he kind of falls within the remit of the show, and he does ceramics. So he sat with me for an hour and 20 minutes, right? And we just talked about his life and why he found ceramics, and for him it was from family. And he was making something with a whole lump of clay in front of me, and I was like, cool, crack on, and I'll talk about what I can see and explain what I can see. 45, 50 minutes into this chat, he turns it around on this turntable. I realise he's making me.
Oh, amazing! And you thought it was
And
going
I genuinely had no idea.
No. You thought it was going to be
idea.
Lionel Richie.
I did. I thought I was going to have to feel it out.
Is it me?
But he was incredible. And again, like that shouldn't really work on a radio show. But it does, because you can talk about it. And actually just meeting with other creatives is the quickest way of feeling inspired.
Yeah.
Just hang out with creative people, talk to them about what they do, and you'll suddenly feel yourself absolutely like bubbling with enthusiasm for doing something. Whether it's ceramics or painting or dance or...
I have every time I go to Ignite or we do this, I'm like, I want to go home and Billy, when he talked to Billy Bond, the sculptor, I'm just like, I want to be a sculptor. I want to be a comedy writer. I want to do this. I'm not the stuntman one. That was a bit dangerous.
I wouldn't mind watching.
No, yeah. It's a bit,
The knees and hips won't allow it anymore. That's what he's trying to say, ladies and gentlemen.
do you ever have any listeners that come to you and say, oh, thanks so much, like you listening to your show, I've been introduced to this and I've given it a go?
So, yes, I can't tell you too much about it because at the moment I'm making something together with someone who's been on the show.
Oh, amazing.
Who I met about 3.5 years ago. She runs a kind of coaching business to get businesses more kind of neurodiverse and more aware of that kind of stuff. She came to me and said, I've always wanted to do this thing. I've never done it. And I said, yet. Earlier this year, she got in touch to say she'd done it.
Amazing.
It was in the world, it exists. So soon I can tell you more about that. But I get that a fair amount, and it's a loveliest feeling. It is honestly worth more than any of the money I get for any work I do and any job I work in. And I work in theatre as well as a stagehand and do my own bit of writing on the side. And there's nothing more rewarding than when you know you've helped someone unlock a bit of creativity and they've gone off and done it.
You feel like creative Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you see, I mean, like Ethan, who does I can't say Wax's lyrical. I keep saying Lax's lyrical.
That is a totally different night, and I would only go if you have a strong constitution.
Anyway, Ethan, he was working at a bar at Ignite, and I remember going from him seeing little baby poet to now he's like full power, like he's the emperor on stage, like
John Cooper Clarke would have started out as a teenager just a fan of words, and actually I was very lucky to chat with him about a year or so ago, and for him, he's just loved words. That was what I took from the whole chat, is that he's just a fan of words.
Yeah.
He just loves talking. He loves communicating emotions to people. That is what his bread and butter is what makes him happiest. So when you give him the task of writing something for some purpose, he's in his happy place. He writes hundreds and hundreds of poems every week. Because that's just his thing.
Yeah.
And then he turns some of those into things he performs, and he turns other parts of them into advertising campaigns. He's done it for all sorts of people.
It's crazy, isn't it? People have just got like this creativity burning in them. They've just got to get out and got to get it down. It's
okay. So from our perspective, if we go with Ethan, now you asked, what is it that we do? So I'll give you a little brief. I work with vulnerable people and I try to get them out into the main domain. So mainly like kids coming out of the criminal justice system, kids going through mental health, and all the rest of it, unaccompanied minors. And that's one of my companies. When I met Ethan, roughly about maybe 5 years ago, he was very isolated. Bringing him out into Ignite, it just started off, I was running the bar. I said, look, you want to spend some more time with me? I do this once a month, let's go. That boy took it over.
He was so nervous the first time, though.
Because that's his personality. He's very not that person. But now he has become an Ethan. If you're listening, I'm so proud. I now watch Ethan in Hotbox. I go in there and I go, it's not a poetry night, what you doing here? You never guess what, Sangeeta. I'm out the back, I got my laptop. So big up Dave, big up John, big up Alex and everybody at Hotbox, because your space makes somebody like Ethan comfortable, and that's a 10-10. Because
I think
he hated Chelmsford.
But you know what? In 10 years' time, Ethan's going to be like our John Cooper Clarke with his cool hair and his floppy hat, and everyone's going to be that guy. Everyone's going to be saying that guy's a legend. Have you met Ethan?
Absolutely. And all he needed was to meet a group of adults.
Yeah.
Like who he's met, like Liz. I've got to pick up Liz from Ignite. That was his first connection. Yeah. Me just bringing him out, that was, like I said, that's my work. But to see how much he's grown, I've been able to do that because I know these wonderful people in the community. Right?
Has he been on Rob Jelly's Upload radio show?
He will be.
He will be.
He will be.
That's the point.
One day he will be.
The beauty is I could never run out of guests.
Yeah.
And I mean that because I find every single week that I make the show, every single week, I find someone for the first time doing something and sending it to me. That's the premise of the show. You can send stuff to me on the show and you can get on the show. But every week, without fail, there will be at least one person who's never done it before, who's never sent me anything before. And I know because the system tracks like how many uploads you've done. And that's not a problem. People can come back as many times as they like. There's nothing better than encouraging to go again, do it again, do it again, do it again. But the amount of people that go, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a try.
Is it a bit like being like Christmas Eve, because you open your emails and you're like, oh my God, there's someone that's a Shetland pony stuntman and he's done the world's first backflip on a Shetland pony or something.
Yeah, it is. Oh, by the way, that is not a secret. If you want my attention with an inbox, right? If you want my attention from an email, give it the wackiest subject matter that you can think of, and I will open that first.
Actually, I've got a story about that. My friend Nikesh was at a Channel 4 Diversity Day. And they said, we'll read any script that comes through. And he said, I've written one called Avocado Pickers in Space or on Mars or something.
I mean, I'm opening that.
And they were like, yeah, we'll read that. And he's like, oh my God, now I've got to go home and write a thing called Avocado But he said, like, as an email title, it's unignorable.
Yeah.
But actually, can I pick up on that? Because a long time ago, circa 2010, I worked, for a brief time, I did an apprenticeship at Global in London. And I worked on the Jingle Bell Ball at the O2 Arena. And they asked me, and if any of them listening at this point, this is the first time they're ever going to find this out, they asked me, can you do video editing? And I said, yes. I said, brilliant. Would you mind doing the the selfie video we're making? So we do a call to action, put a message up on the screen, says, send your selfies now to this number, and you can see yourself on the big screen at the O2. whilst the show's on. So I'm backstage with a laptop editing this. Right, I had no idea how to video edit.
Oh, wow.
In 4 days, I crash coursed myself through so many YouTube videos, taught myself how to do the basics of it, and got through 2 whole days at the O2 producing videos for the big screens for the Jingle Bell Ball.
And publishing them and it came on the big screens.
Yeah, and when they went up, I was like, they work. Yes.
Hang on.
Pulled it off.
And after people had a few drinks, they must have sent you some. They must have sent you some grot.
I cannot possibly divulge some of the selfies that were sent, but you know who you are. The point being is, for me, I know I've always had a confidence, in that I will work it out. I'm quite good at making stuff up as I go along, and I lean on that probably more than I should. But I would also say that the amount of time I've done this for gives me somewhat of a safety net.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you've got to sometimes just say yes to something you have no idea about.
Absolutely.
And really push yourself into a totally impossible situation. You're like, well, I have no choice now.
Yeah. Like what I've had to do.
But it's the best thing you can do sometimes. And what is the worst thing that can happen here?
Do you know what?
The worst thing is you stand in front of a microphone and go,
and do you know what? I'm so experienced now that actually that wouldn't bother me.
No, and
I don't want to mess it up for lyrical wax.
You wouldn't mess it up for them because every time you go there, someone's doing it the first time. I say this about skateboarding. Like after you've been skateboarding, you're the first time you're the noob, right?
Yeah.
Second time you go, someone else will turn up looking nervous for a skateboard, and they're the noob, right?
Got it.
And it's the same with poetry. Like you'll be the noob the first time, but also. We did this live at First Sight. Last week or the week before. Sangeeta did this like Jerry Springer's Final Fork thing at the end of it. Jerry. But it was just pure natural, and it was honestly like she could have just done a mic drop at the end of it, and everyone was blown away.
But whether it's poetry, whether it's skateboarding or anything else, you learn more from your mistakes. So you're going to fall off the skateboard at some point. You're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to go right, not doing that again. And it's not like I'm not doing that again, but I'm going to be more careful, or I'm going to approach it more, practice it more. You're going to get poetry, and so many people think that the poetry has to be memorised. I watched Luke Wright play at the Latitude Festival earlier this summer. And he did an hour-long show from memory. Wow. And I'm like, it is an insane skill. Like, it was impressive. As an audience member, I sat there and I was just like, this is amazing storytelling. And he is doing it with such flair. It's mad. But he's been doing it for a long time. 15, 20 years maybe.
It's like a human jukebox for poetry.
Yeah, but you can write poetry and stand on stage and read it from a notebook or from a screen. I got married in the summer and I read my speech from my phone because I'm 21st century and I'm trying to be environmentally friendly. But equally, the reason I had to read it, right? The reason I had to read it was because I know me better than anyone else. And I know if I had just done notes, I'd have gone off on tangents.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need this speech to be the best speech I ever give.
Was it good? Did you bring the house down?
I flipping nailed it.
Oh,
Was everyone cheering? Yeah, right.
I mean, tables were turned. We burnt the plate. No, we didn't.
The best man just walked out. He's just like, mate.
Well, so I was my cousin's best man 2 years ago, and he was mine. And so I thought, well, like I nailed the best man speech 2 years ago. Of course I did, because there was no pressure on me to do anything good. It was like it wasn't my wedding, was it? Whereas this one, I had to do an absolutely perfect job of it. And like for me, talking in public, weirdly, is one of the hardest things for me. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't faze me. I can do it, and I do it, but. That room was full of people who are the closest people to me in my life. Yeah. And that was the most nerve-wracking thing, other than doing stand-up a few years ago.
Wow.
I mean, it was terrifying, but I'm so glad I spent essentially 10 months writing this speech and tweaking it and honing it down. And when I watch it back now in the video, I think I absolutely smashed that. And I do that because out of a pride, like it's more of a, like I'm so pleased with myself for having spent that time. Yet... I have done full interviews with people, which I've completely forgotten I've booked and done no prep for.
Sounds familiar?
At all. and absolutely winged it and got some of the best answers ever. Again, like part of my work is I've got to talk to people who are international names. Yeah. And sometimes I have to go, they're just the person, okay? One of my favourite things I say fairly often, and I probably shouldn't say it on the BBC, but I do. Everyone's got a phone voice.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a poo face.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to like that, but it's a fact.
Some of them both at the same time.
Exactly. Some of them at the same time.
You just got to be careful not to flush while you're on the phone.
Yeah. Just let that sit there for a moment while someone debates why. Because
You can always tell because of the echo. You can tell by the
listening
echo.
to this right now, and their other half has just gone to the bathroom with their phone. That's the best. That's the beauty of this right now. But yeah.
So Rob, I've got to do an aside.
Please.
My brother got married to a Japanese girl, Shizuka. It's amazing. She's so amazing. I did a best man speech half in Japanese, right? And
Oh, what is this one up jelly tonight? Is it?
no, here we go. No, but wait. So I wanted to do it because we were going to have half of the people there were going to be Japanese.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to do some stuff in Japanese. So I wrote a really funny script. But then I went to my brother's fiance and
In
said,
his opinion, by the way.
it was good. It was gold. I've been rebooked 4 times as best man. So
You've been rebooked as best man.
Not the same groom.
4 times.
Not the same groom.
Hang on. Okay. For clarification, not the same groom. Further questioning, Your Honour. Your Honour, I've got more questions. These future 4 bookings, are any of them from the Japanese family? Then I think I rest my case, Your Honour.
Let me tell you why it was so funny. Because I wrote it and I got her to translate it and I got her to read it back to me in Japanese. And I wrote down what I thought all the sounds sounded like phonetically. And then I just read that out. And my brother said, he said, I sounded like Borat, but a Japanese Borat. And he said, all the guests were just dying because it sounded so funny. They all understood
amazing.
it. But it was...
I love that.
I really wish I didn't have an equivalent story, but now I've remembered it. I've got to share it now, haven't I? So
about being Japanese Borat.
I don't know, but I spoke to Sandy Toksvig in Danish,
Yes.
Oh.
and I'll tell you what, I did not nail that.
Did she just hang up? Was it in person?
However, no, it was down. It was over sort of digital line for us in one of the studios. She was on tour, I say in 2019, I think it was. And we were talking about the title of her thing. But before we got onto that, we got talking about the fact that I'd been to Denmark not long before.
Yeah.
And I discovered the Danish culture have this thing called hygge.
Oh, yeah.
Hygge.
It's very hard to pronounce.
It's pronounced all sorts of different ways. I believe it's hygge. And I said, well, look, as a Dane, can you explain to me how you consider it? How would you explain it to someone in England? So she explained to me in a little bit, and she went, oh, why'd you ask? And I said, well, I was over there for a weekend playing American football, and then she started talking. She went, oh, I love American football. I was like, well, hang on, we're supposed to be talking about your comedy tour, and now we're talking about my tourism trip and our love of American football. What the hell's going on here? But I thought at the end of this interview, it'd be nice to sort of say a thank you to her, and it was like the 3rd of January. So I thought it'd be nice to say a proper thank you to her and have a wonderful year ahead, especially as she's off on tour. So I thought, whack that in Google, translate that, right? And in fairness to Google, it actually came back very accurate. However, when you read Danish, it doesn't sound how it looks. No. They have 2 vowels that we don't have in English. H is sometimes pronounced, other times not. All right? Honestly, it's such a it's a beautiful language, but it is very complicated to learn to read and learn to speak. And so I absolutely mangled that right up.
Did she slap you?
I mean, if she was in the room, I think she would have tried. And do you know what? I'd have been very happy for that. Slapped by Sandy Toksvig, that's going in the bio.
Have you ever had a guest that's just walked out on you?
No.
That's amazing.
That is great.
No.
Yeah.
And I say that because, one, I'm not a particularly serious person. No.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. Yeah. But for me, I want everyone to be comfortable.
Yeah.
As I've got older, I've realised that too many people are not particularly happy and not particularly comfortable in what they do and who they are. Right? They'd rather be it's somewhere else. Like they'd just rather be doing something different, or maybe they're not happy with the people they're around, and that is sad, genuinely sad. And I know it's not possible for everybody to just change things, and the circumstances and dependence you have means you can't just chase the dream job or be where you want to be. However, anytime I get a chance to just gently encourage a small part of someone to do something for themselves, goes back to the whole ethos of what I do with my show and what I spend a lot of my time doing in all of my work, is be happy in what you do. If you have a choice, do something you enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head a bit there, actually, with creativity. Economic diversity is really difficult because for a lot of rich people, and I find this in the advertising industry, it's easy for rich people to get in because they can work for cheap.
Yep.
You know, if their parents are going to prop
Yeah.
them up and stuff. And actually, a lot of people don't have that luxury of being able to experiment with it as a career. But also creativity, most things you can do for free.
Yeah.
As a hobby.
Yeah.
And then build up. So
Yeah.
what's the barrier that's stopping you from doing it? It's sometimes time and you.
No, it's you. It is only you. Time. I'm actually going to say no. Time is not a barrier. I've got chatting to a guy earlier this week, recorded for the show. I think a week or so's time. He has spent 4 years making an audio series.
Yeah.
Because he's written it, recorded it, produced it. He's done the composition for soundscape and everything. He's done every element of it the whole way through. It's about 4.5 hours, 20-minute episodes add up to about 4.5 hours. And it's taken him 4 years to do this.
Wow. Amazing.
But he is so happy with how it's come out. And like he sent the first chunk of it to me for the show. And I listened to about 4 minutes of it. And I went, I need to talk to this guy. Like, he clearly understands what he's doing and he's worked very hard at making it good.
Yeah.
But he has allowed himself, and I think, again, goes back to the permission thing. He has allowed himself to take as long as it takes to get to the end of this project so that it is as good as he can make it. So he can walk away and go, I have made that as good as I can make that.
Yeah, I love that. But, you know, it's like if you look at when I was younger, I loved DIY cinema. And when you look at Peter Jackson, who ended up making Lord of the Rings and King Kong and things like that, him and his friends made a film every weekend for about 2 years, Bad Taste. And they would just be like, there were 4 of them. Oh, let's get together on Saturday.
And they would
film
have
a bit.
learned a lesson every single time throughout the whole thing. And finishing is another thing, like finishing a project. The amount of authors I get to talk to is again, very, very lucky to do that. Finishing something, if they got an idea, get it started, hardest part, right?
Yeah.
But once you're started, finish it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's rubbish, finish it.
Yeah.
Because once you get to the end, you can go back to the start and start tweaking it and pull it apart and redo bits, this, that, and the other.
I always say, like, 90% is good enough, right? People kill themselves over the last 10%. And sometimes you miss the window, you miss your zeitgeist, you miss your time, you miss the energy and the motivation to make a piece of work.
Yeah. So
Get it out.
Jack Johnson, Hawaiian singer-songwriter, wrote a song called Bubble Toes on his album Bushfire Fairy Tales back in like 2004. And when he recorded the demo for it, he didn't have a chorus. So he just sung la da 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 da, la da 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 da, because that's the tune he had in his head. That is on the record.
Yeah.
He didn't change it.
Yeah,
he didn't even finish the song.
Yeah.
But because it just felt right. And afterwards, he's like, actually, I'm forcing words into it that don't really need to be. And this is a nice sing-along bit. Everyone can sing along to it.
Yes,
Wonderful.
that's-
Yeah, and the record company are chasing me.
Stuart Copeland never wrote down a single drum part he did for the Police.
Yeah.
Not one. He has never played the same song the same way twice.
Amazing.
Wow.
And he says that in interviews all the time. He goes, I don't write things down. I just play how I feel.
Yes.
Like at the song, I'm listening to the song. I'm listening to Sting. I'm listening to how the bass and the guitars are coming across, and I play what I think is the right thing to play in that moment. And again, that's another thing. Be in the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, sorry for being a bit name droppy, but I was lucky. My brother and I went to the acoustic Biffy Clyro gig in London.
Nice.
At the start of the week, and. What was so lovely was that everyone wanted to capture a moment of it, of course, and that was beautiful. There was like 800 people in this space in Kingston, and so everyone wants to capture a moment, and they have a quick photo or a short little clip.
Yeah.
But almost the whole hour set was phone free.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Like I did a little clip just of, I'll show the other half when I get home, and like I think it was there's one phone in the shot from where I was from near the back, and I'm like, this is people being in the moment on a Monday night. In West London somewhere, just going, we all like these guys on the stage, so we're going to stand here and listen and actually mostly sing along with them. But
I've been to 2 gigs actually in the last year. The first one was like a comedy show, and the comedian came out and said, "All right, everyone, get your phones out, take some photos." They did loads of poses and said,
put your
"All right,
phones away."
No, keep your phones away." And then I went to see Tool at the O2, and it's literally, if you had your phone out, you'd be thrown out. And I saw them, and I saw people being thrown out. And Maynard, the singer, came out at the start and he said, "Look, the last song we play is going to be this song, and you can all film it because we know you want to take something home and show your mates."
The Darkness at the start of the year, they did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, they said, like, we're going to play the one you all want to hear at the end. All get your phones out at that point. Until then, dance and sing.
Yes.
Like dance and sing with
enjoy
us.
Be in the
it,
moment.
yeah.
Like just be here.
Yeah.
You don't have to be at work right now. You don't have to be at home. And if you did, you'd be there.
Yeah.
So be here. And I think like when you come to perform your poems, Anjita, I think be in the moment. Like look at the people,
God,
look the people in the eyes, and really be there with them in the moment.
That's but saying that, like obviously being a best man speech expert now, but for my Japanese one, I find like, when you got like the book or the paper, it does become a bit of a barrier. And if you sort of have it in your head and not worry about it being perfect, you can project and engage.
See, look, we do events with our young people. And one of the things we teach young people as they're going up on stage, know your stuff. And the thing is, if you're authentic in your stuff, nothing should really throw you. And I'll give you an example. I was invited to be a speaker at a black business event on Friday. Sent my slides through, spent a lot of time doing this. When I got there, I'm doing my bit. And then the slides are finished, but I've not finished my presentation. And I remember this. So I'm looking around, I'm going, why is this woman's picture coming up? She's the next presenter. So I've looked at the guys, I said, but the rest of my slides are missing. Oh, no, that's what you sent. This is like 98 people in the room, right, who have paid 70 quid to come to this thing. Not my thing, someone else's. Yeah. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, but because I knew my stuff, I was able to go, don't worry, this is what I really wanted to talk about anyway. The next bit is about this. And I got the most nicest feedback from the Pinnacle guys. And they said that my speech was really inspirational for young people starting up businesses. So going back to that point of sometimes I never thought I was a creative. And, these guys always talk about this because I always believe creatives are artists, designers. But then actually the bigger picture is you could design a cake, you're a creative. You could design a project, you're a creative, and I'm getting that now.
Yeah, but even curating, like you do, like you've got the Law Building, you've got Bollywood dancing, you've got this and that going on for Black History Month, right?
Yep.
You're being creative by putting together that whole program as well. So you can be a connector, you can be a producer, you can be a promoter as well. You don't need to be the person making the cake.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Ever decorated your house?
I have,
Ever moved the furniture in your house?
Yeah, I have.
Then you're being creative.
You're
seeing something and going, that doesn't look right for me. And then you move it and you put it somewhere else.
That's why Sangeeta's got leopard print wallpaper.
Have you ever ignored...
Never. Red, yellow and green. A bit of Buju Banton, yes. Right. Sean Paul, yes. A ganja leaf, maybe.
All leopard. Everything's leopard. You should say, people will be talking about on Right Move.
I ain't lived in Essex that long yet. It's only been 20 years. Give me another 20.
She's got a Del Boy champagne bar in the corner with neon on it.
We're getting there.
How do you know? You've been there, haven't you? You've been looking through my windows.
I've hacked into your webcam.
Oh, no.
Have you ever ignored your sat-nav?
Yeah.
Right, and thought, I know a better route. You're being creative. You're being creative with what you know.
Yeah, it's true.
And
It's so
and
true.
it's improvisation. I got very
I'm going
lucky.
to tell my wife that next time we get lost. I'm improvising.
I'm practicing my improv. But again, like improv comedy, everyone has like a real opinion on improv comedy. Like, is it good? Is it not? Whatever. But improv is a real skill. Like to be good at it is a real skill. And everyone improvises. You're making up 75% of your day every day.
Yeah.
Don't even come at me with your I know how every minute of my day is going to be like. Because if you do that, if you say stuff like that to me, I am going to mess your day up. I'm coming at your day, right, with all the balloons I can find. And I am going to change your day.
Things just got jelly.
Oh, yeah.
You've been jelly.
You've been jellified. But you
I'm going to
can't.
jelly up your day.
There's nothing wrong with planning. I know loads of people who are incredible at planning and incredible at laying out like an idea, running order and itineraries and things like that. And I slightly envy people who can be that organised.
Me too.
Because I'm like, okay, right, I need to be here at this time. How I get there? Well, we'll work with that. I'll work that out later.
It was very hard to get Rob here, actually. We've been talking for about a year.
I looked at the emails a year ago. we had to rearrange for some reason, and then about 7 months ago, another
It's all right.
rearrange.
It's all good. We know how it goes, like, especially when you're doing loads of different creative things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stuff comes up, and I'll never hate anyone for cancelling or rescheduling or anything like that.
It took us a couple of years to start this. I think we just
Yeah.
spoke about it for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah, that's
back
it.
and forth, back and forth. I didn't even know what podcasts were.
But this is what you
But
get.
thanks to Nick. Now,
Is that what
You will
this
get.
is? So is this a podcast?
well, it might be.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a prank show. Like we never
It
even
is.
turn it on.
No, don't.
We're just pranking Sargata. It's really elaborate, and we haven't worked out what the punchline's going to be yet.
Is someone going through my bag as we speak?
Yeah,
We're looking at your phone.
There's actually an ocelot in your bag now. You'll find it when you get home.
That's absolutely fine. My cats will have a whale of a time
love
with them.
it. I love it.
But this is the thing. So many people talk about. I always think this. You can't talk about stuff. You've got to go and do it as well. So you can't say we've got a podcast until you've hit record and you've
No,
done the
and
podcast.
you've done it. Yeah, that's right.
And but always you want to take a baby step and do something. Then you can say, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I'm a podcaster. I'm
Yes.
whatever.
Exactly, and that's how simple it is. Like if you want to write a book, if you've got an idea for a short story in your mind, write that down, give it to another human being. You are now an author.
So Rob, great one. I saw recently you interviewed Will Ospreay.
I did.
Right. My friend Cricket used to wrestle with Will Ospreay in their back garden and film it.
What, on the ring that his mum built?
Yes. Yeah, they used to be
That
a tag
is
team.
awesome.
They used to be a tag team. And they were just doing backyard wrestling. But they can still say, we are wrestlers.
Yeah.
And now look at it. Will Ospreay headlined Wembley Stadium.
Yep. I know.
And it's gone from an
I
Essex
should probably
garden to
say,
that.
for any kids that find this, do not slam your brothers or sisters into the sofa, okay? Suplexes in the living room do not end well. Take it from someone who knows.
Just DDTs. Stick to DDTs.
Yeah. Gentle clotheslines at most, okay? Gentle clotheslines.
So, if someone wanted to get into radio now, like if someone's listening to this and thinking like, oh, I reckon I could do better than Rob, or I could do the same as Rob.
Or I'd love to do what Rob
I'd love to
does.
do what Rob does.
Yeah.
How can they get into it? Like, are there opportunities to come and do work experience or BBC Essex, or could people just start doing it at home?
Well, yes. First and foremost, there's always opportunities to get into, the BBC, into commercial radio as well. Your local radio station will probably, always need hands.
Yeah.
There's always careers opportunities. There's apprenticeships and things like that as well. But like you said, start at home.
Yeah.
Make a podcast. That's sort of counterintuitive to really talk about radio and podcasts in the same way. But learn how to use a microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to know how to work one first time, right? I didn't.
Yeah.
Just you work it out by listening back to what you do and going, yeah, do you know what? I think I was too loud.
Yeah.
I need to turn me down, make my guest a bit louder. Cool. And then you work out.
Turn the guest down. Turn the guest down. Turn yourself up.
Or like when you're talking over a song intro and things
Like
like
Nick
that. You talk over a song intro and you learn songs. Sometimes you get really good at knowing them, and you can not even look at the screen and tell you how long you've got to shut up. But you get used to knowing that what volume works well on your voice over a thing, and what works with your voice, Sanjay, will be different to yours, Nick, and what's different to mine. So it's about practice.
Yeah.
You just got to practice and make a podcast with a friend.
Yeah.
I think that is your first starting point, because you can do that right now with any mobile device in your pocket. And listen to it. Listen back to it. You are going to hate your voice. No matter how long you do it for. No one likes listening back to their own voice, and there's a very boring, long scientific reason for that, which I won't go into now. But just get started. Just try.
Just try.
Just try. I think that's it. And as well, and even if you're just doing stuff for yourself, because what I love about this, when people ask us about how many listeners we get, stuff, I just enjoy the process.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like how many listeners we get as well, but that's not the goal for me. Like the process is so fun, and I love editing it as well and listening back to it.
If you can unlock one person's permission to be creative and go and do something, it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And do you get because obviously we're doing this recorded, but you're doing a live show, so you can get instant feedback. Can you see people feeding back as you're going on?
Yes, you can.
I've heard that you can, and I've heard that it's pretty brutal.
It's instant. I know what you think if you write it down and send it to me.
Yeah. I think
and-
people forget it's real life and someone's actually reading
And
it.
it's fine. It's fine. One of the things I've always known about myself is that I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I know I annoy some
and it's
people.
okay to be that. Like I said at that.
Yeah.
and it's
That
all
took me
right.
ages. That took me ages to
I think as
accept that
humans it does.
I'm not going to be for everyone. But
That's right.
yeah, you just get used to it, and you kind of go like, look, I don't want to ruin your day, so if I'm going to annoy you for the next 2 hours, turn it over.
Yeah.
Like, please don't leave it on this and then just get more wound up by my stupidity.
You're not going to de-jelly, are you?
No, I'm not going to change who I am. However, what I try to always do is kind of be consistent. So like I will go home in a moment shortly, and I will go and wind my wife up. Like, because I love messing around. I love playing games. I love just being a fool. You know, I'll walk in, probably do a stupid voice. That's the first thing I'll probably do. Pretend to be a stranger with the keys.
Because
that's funny.
Does that sound familiar? I did that Sag on the phone earlier. I went into builder mode,
but I'm not gonna not be me.
Yeah.
And I get that. Sometimes you just think I can't deal with jelly today. Fine, no problem. But at least you know what you're gonna get when you come and check out anything I do. So whether it's something I do on stage, whether it's something I do on the radio or anywhere else, you're pretty confident you know what you're gonna get.
Now, Sangeeta, sorry, I'm going to give Rob a big head here, big jelly head. But I was at nuclear races with my kids, and there was a guy on top of a shipping container, hyping the crowd up, and he was so good. And he was like a military Mr. Motivator.
Oh, wow.
Right? He had a big moustache, like lycra on. Go, come on, everyone, get pumped, doing this thing. And honestly, like the whole crowd was buzzing, and then it was like, and then go, and then everyone runs off, right? And then rinse and repeat, because I had to wait there for my kids to go around. So I saw you do it like 6 times. And I hadn't put it together that was Rob that I'd talked to on the radio as well.
Oh my God.
And I was like, who the hell is this guy? So I started Googling it to find out who he was, because I was just like, that guy was amazing. And I was like, oh, it's Rob Jelly.
He was so disappointed.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine.
Absolute letdown. I was like, I can't believe I actually thought he was good.
There's two. But I was like, oh, I thought there were two legends, and it's just one legend. But I found it strange, because I was like, why are you at nuclear races?
Yeah.
How did you end up doing that?
Short version of the story, an old job of mine. I used to work for a guy who ran a telecoms company. I used to script write for them and do some on-hold messages and those phone menus you phone up and go, press 1 for this, press 2. We used to record and get those things done. He also ran a farm. He is the farm neighbour of the guy that runs the nuclear races.
Brilliant.
That's the short version of the story.
I love it. But and what are the other creative outlets you got? You writing as well?
So I'm doing bits of writing. This year really sort of put my head down to do a bit more of that. I do so much.
Is that comedy?
Well, it's comedy, it's poetry, it's stories.
So where's it going?
At the moment, into a Google Doc.
Yeah. What's your ultimate goal?
However, there will hopefully, now I've got my wedding out of the way this year, and don't mean that in a rude way, but like...
the speech you've agonised over for 11 months.
Organising a wedding in 10 months is not a small feat, I will say that right now. But now that's done, I've got a bit more mental space to focus on it. I'm hoping to have a children's book next year. I'm hoping that I can also produce a short sort of comedy book. I'm also hoping there'll be a poetry collection.
Brilliant.
And something I want to do is write my memoir, not because I think I'm important or I've got anything important for the world to see or hear, but because people keep asking me, why don't you, have you written all of these stories down of these meetings when I interviewed Kit Harington, having never seen Game of Thrones. You imagine how stupid I must have felt trying to wing my way through that one. Working on radio shows for like some of the biggest stations in the country, obviously working with the BBC for the best part of 12 years now. I was on Stacey and Joe on BBC One from nuclear races, because they filmed me last year on top of the container, jumping up and down like an idiot. I thought, well, they're only filming me, so they've got context. They'll edit me out, obviously. I'm on screen for like 30 seconds.
Amazing, isn't it?
How on earth did I get... I didn't even know they'd made the cut. No. It's only when I'm sat there watching like the 1% Club or something else on another channel, and all my work colleagues are like, why are you on BBC One? And I'm like, I don't know why I'm on BBC One. Let me have a look. Blipped it onto the iPlayer, rewound it back and went, I'm on the telly. On that same container, I have Dance with Louis Spence.
Amazing.
Okay.
And it's only fragments. That moment, like for example, was like 2 minutes of my life. But I can genuinely say I've danced with Louis Spence.
Yes, that's
Madness,
right.
isn't it? Absolutely bananas.
Biography, an autobiography has to have an amazing name.
Yeah.
Got to get through this. Or I saw Nigel Planer's one was called Young Once.
Okay.
Recently. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
What's the Rob Jelly one? You must have a great pun ready.
It's jelly in the making.
How about I tell you this? If I ever were to wrestle Will Ospreay, and I have challenged him, he said no. I think it's for contractual insurance reasons more than anything else.
I can make it happen.
Well, if you can make it happen, I'll wrestle him in a garden. I don't even need a crowd. Yeah. Just me and Will, right? Rolling around in the mud.
We know the guy that trained Will Ospreay. A former guest of the podcast, Gary Vanderholm.
All I'm saying is, Are You Creative 2026 is going to feature a visualised episode of me and Will Ospreay going to town with each other next to a small eucalyptus plant. Okay, that's what's going to happen.
Why the eucalyptus plant? Are you going to bring on a panda? You're going to get a koala as your tag team partner.
I'm trying to be creative with the theatre of the mind.
I like it. You've got to have a character. You could be the Essex koala.
Yeah, look at it.
Are you giving him chlamydia? You're finishing moves to giving him chlamydia.
You know that the only
Can't we just say, look, eucalyptus is good to heal people that are hurt. So should these lot damage each other while they're wrestling each other? You've got some eucalyptus, right?
Sanjita gets it. I mean, honestly.
So there is a you can go to Hyde Hall. Yeah. Hyde Hall is an Australian garden. They've got a eucalyptus tree there with a stuffed koala in it.
Yeah.
Wrestle there.
What is your obsession with koalas?
Chlamydia.
Okay, what's your obsession with chlamydia?
Koalas have chlamydia.
Is that your obsession? Is you just obsessed with this fact?
I love koalas.
You love koalas.
And chlamydia, clearly.
I feel like we need to.
Sangeeta, I don't love chlamydia. That's just a rumour. You might have read that on the hot box
Read
toilet
all
wall.
about
Sangeeta, between you and I, do we need to intervene here? Do we need to get a therapist of some sort? I really feel like Nick either needs a very long holiday or a lot of therapy.
Send me to Australia.
I think.
No, you're not going to Australia. There will be a restraining order against you from every zoo in the world.
They're so cuddly, but they defend themselves with chlamydia.
Do you know what? About 18 minutes ago, he asked me what my name of the book will be, and he might let me answer that question in a minute.
So what's
he's going to have? Do you know what? And when we finish doing this, right, you're going to have a go at me for how long this episode is and how much editing you've got to do with it afterwards.
That's the name of the book.
No, it's what wobbles and flies? Rob Jelly.
We could be here all night, you guessing me what I'm going to call it. The point being is, if I had walk-on music as a wrestler, it would be Destiny's Child, Bootylicious.
Yeah, you ain't ready for this jelly. Is that what's going to be called?
And now you know the name of my memoir.
Yes, I love it.
That's what you call creative.
Nobody puts jelly in a box.
No.
It's very difficult.
And by the way, my wrestling finisher move would be the wobbler.
Yeah, a bit like Rikishi.
Because you know when you have a tantrum when you're kids and you're throwing a wobbler, right?
Yeah.
That's what it'd be. It'd be like, it'd just be a punch to the face. That's what it'd be.
You should do Jellycopter. You could do a spinning lariat off the top rope.
No, that's if I win a load of money, I am going to buy a helicopter and just call it the Jellycopter. That is absolutely what I'm going to do.
Now, when I was very young, there used to be a radio DJ on BBC Essex called Timbo.
Yes.
Who used to have big foam hats on. Very much like a proto Rob Jelly.
Yeah.
And I remember I was somewhere once and he turned up to a roadshow in a helicopter and it was the most 80s thing I'd ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
A man in a foam elephant hat coming out of a helicopter on a sports field. It was, and I was in awe because I loved Timbo so much.
Annika Rice is the reason we don't have helicopters anymore in media.
Really?
But wasn't she always on a helicopter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's the reason we no longer have them.
Well, you ran out of air miles.
Listen, I'm not going to start any sort of libel cases here on the podcast, but I just thought,
I like you, Annika Rice.
that was quite.
I like Annika Rice.
It's such a sort of believable rumour, isn't it? We should start that right now.
I mean, I've seen you in your lycra. You and your nuclear races lycra. You'd look great in a helicopter. I've seen you go up and down that ladder onto the container.
You give me a jellycopter, I will jump out of it in lycra.
I was mentioning my friend who used to be on BBC Essex. Now, once he's a very serious political journalist now.
Yep.
When he was at BBC Essex, he was out in the outside broadcast truck with the aerial up.
Yep.
And he went under a bridge. And he ripped the roof off and got it stuck under it. And now you say Annika Rice is the reason why you can't have helicopters. I think here's the reason why you're not allowed to take the outside broadcast truck out. He got stuck under a bridge.
I mean, it's not a good look, is it? Let's be fair. It's not a good look when you're reporting on your own incompetence.
The reason why the A12 shut is because...
I'm standing here under a bridge because someone decided to drive a vehicle underneath it with an aerial sticking up.
I mean, it's a long tradition in Chelmsford now, but I think he started the trend of getting stuff stuck in bridges.
if we go down the route of stories about things getting stuck in stuff, like this podcast is going to need way more editing.
Are you stuck in stuff? We can do that one in the new Chelmsford podcast.
Oh, I love that. Are you stuck in stuff?
Yeah, what have you got stuck lately?
That is definitely not going to be child friendly, that episode.
I think we've done well. We haven't sworn as well because we've got a radio professional.
I don't know how to.
No.
Honestly, it's one of the weirdest side effects of doing a job like mine is that you forget how to say anything you shouldn't say to your nan in front of one of these.
Because I'm in a kids band as well.
Yep.
And oh my God, the van chat is outrageous. And then because you have to get it all out.
Yeah.
Before, and then as soon as you just flip a little switch. We've had maybe 2 swearing incidents at gigs, and one of them was because someone swore, and then they swore afterwards because they couldn't believe they'd sworn.
Would you?
Once.
Yeah,
it's up to you. But would you like my only swearing story from the radio?
Go on, let's
yeah.
do
And
it.
it does involve the worst word you can think about.
Go on, let's do it. Let's do it.
What, you were talking to Jeremy?
Go on, let's do it.
So I had an interview with JJ Bennell, the Stranglers.
Yeah.
40 years of being on the tour, on the road and such. They were doing a UK-wide tour and then going world tour. And they're playing Southend, so we got an interview on the radio. And it is live, okay? I have just done a live promotion of the following show, the show that's coming up later, right? We've got a sports show coming up later that night, so I'm just doing a bit of that while I'm waiting for my producer to tell me, JJ's there, ready to go, right? So I'm filling for time a little bit, talking about what's coming up. I go, brilliant. Anyway, that's on the way after 6. But right now, I've only got JJ Bennell, the Stranglers with me. JJ, how the heck are you? Right? He goes, very well, Rob. Out of interest, what kind of discipline karate is the guest coming on later going to do, right?
What?
Okay, very random, okay? But this is...
It's all gone a bit partridge.
You need this context for a reason, all right? So I say, I don't know, I'll find out. But JJ, you're on tour, 40 years of the Stranglers, blah, blah, blah. 12 minutes later, right? So we are live for 12 minutes, right? And I'm thinking, he's a pro, he knows how to do this, he's been doing this long enough, he knows where the rules are, so he's staying in the boundaries, right? So I think, I'll wrap this up, get to that Southend. Some world tour, is there anywhere in the world you've never managed to make it to yet? And he was like, never managed to make it to South America. Always a reason, there's either logistics, expenses, whatever it is, we just never quite make it there. I said, but everywhere else in the world, we've pretty much ticked off and it's amazing. I said, but you must have played literally every village hall to stadium in the UK. But again, is there anywhere in the UK you've never quite made it to for whatever reason? He went, I don't know. But he said, you'll have to edit this bit out. And I'm thinking, well, I say that all the time when I start being silly.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm thinking,
But we're live.
so I'm thinking, well, he's a pro, he knows what he's doing, right? And it's all happening quite quickly. And my guard's down because I've been relaxed for the best part of 10 minutes. And he goes, I just don't understand why anyone would put the word in Scunthorpe. This is 2:30 in the afternoon, live.
Yeah.
And I'm just sat there and my brain just went, speak, say anything. So I just basically reprimanded JJ for you can't say that on the BBC.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh no, didn't get Grundy, did it? Did he start swearing?
Moved on. No, he giggled and we moved on. So we plugged the gig and we said thank you and off he went. Anyway, turns out nobody in the office heard it.
Yeah.
So I got away with it completely scot-free. No one complained. No one has ever sworn in nearly 19 years of radio.
Fantastic.
And the one time it ever happened was someone who should have known better using the worst words you can think of.
You see that thing, you see newsreaders when they've got to do something about Jeremy Hunt.
Yeah.
And you can see them saying, don't say it.
Don't say it.
And then they just say it because they're thinking,
And look, it's the nature of the beast. Sometimes when your brain is working faster than your mouth, you're going to say things that don't sound like they should do, and it's natural, like it's totally normal. It's a bit like if you are in a band or if you are a performing poet, you're gonna fluff up the performance sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
Don't beat yourself up over it.
No, you
because
just learn
you know
from
it's
it.
about that's the beauty of being in the moment. You know,
Yeah.
again, so throwing back to the Biffy gig I went to earlier this week. Simon fluffed up a line in one of the new songs.
Yeah.
You know, but carried on. None of us cared.
Yeah.
No one cared. We all
Yeah.
still loved hearing the song acoustic.
Yeah.
You know, it's wonderful. You're going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you are worried about messing up as a creative, I'm warning you now, you are going to.
Yeah.
In fact, you're going to mess up more than you want to.
Yeah.
But that's part of the process. It is part of learning how to do the thing you're doing, whether it's writing a book, making a podcast, being in a band, you know, whatever it is.
and stuff going wrong is the best. I always say this about gigs.
Yeah.
whenever you go to a gig, you want to feel like that gig could have only happened that night,
Yep.
right? If it's a gig on rails,
Yep.
rubbish. Stuff going wrong is brilliant.
So I'll give you a really big example of this, and he now lives in Essex as well, so he could be a future on this podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Frank Turner.
Oh, yeah.
Played his 3,000th gig earlier this year in Ali Pali.
yeah,
right?
with
he
the
has,
Fs.
He has done 2,999 shows before this, and most of those would have contained this one song, which he's very rarely ever sung wrong.
Yeah.
On the 3,000th show, the one he's recording for a live album, the one you only get to do once, he sung the second verse twice in a song which he's been singing for 15 years. Did anyone care? No.
I went to see Gorillaz a few weeks ago play live at Copper Box Arena, and Damon Albarn, middle of one of the songs, just said, "Stop. Let's start again. The vibe's wrong."
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
wicked.
and they started again, and it was so
Yeah.
much better. And I was like, the balls to
to stop it
turn around
mid.
to say to the band, "Let's just stop
Yeah.
this and start again
Yeah.
in front of 10,000 people."
But then is it because they're so
Another
big?
Essex boy.
They can.
No, it's
Or is
it's
that the way-
it's an experience thing.
Yeah.
But you're going to, if you start out in anything, you're going to mess it up.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whether it's painting, whether
Yeah.
it's dance, you are not going to do it right every single time. And even once you are at a point where you feel like you are confident,
Yeah.
you know, painter, confident dancer, podcaster, you are still going to mess it up.
Yeah.
There are going to be episodes, I'm willing to put money on right now, that you will, for some strange reason, not press record on, and you'll lose, like, you'll have 15.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened with our best guest.
Yeah.
I moved an interview I did with someone 25 minutes long. I'd saved it in the wrong location, forgot where it was. It expired. I lost the whole thing. I had to send an email and said, "Look,
It's
I am
happened to
so
us.
sorry.
Yeah.
I've lost the recording.
Yeah.
Can we rearrange? Chat again?"
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's life. We all mess up. We all make mistakes.
Yeah. True.
So
Accidentals are
Trying-
so good. I think so many of the best art
Yep.
comes from accidentals, comes from people not trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you really try too hard and force it with creativity, sometimes you just lose that naturalness and stuff like that. Usually, like, I find it's like the first thing you've done is the right one because
Yeah.
you've done it with your gut, and then you agonise trying to change it. And that's what I talk about the last 10%.
I think the one thing to say, and if I probably, it's a difficult example to explain, but like think about mass-produced anything. Let's go furniture, right? I don't want to dig out mass-producing furniture companies, all right, because it's convenient, it's cheap, and a lot of people can't afford custom stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why a custom dining table will cost you $5,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can pick one up from any old retailer for 50 quid.
Yeah.
All right. Yours is no different for 50 quid
Yeah.
from thousands of others.
Yeah.
But if you want something unique and different and handmade,
Go to Jim Rand's Cabinet
You know what I
Joinery.
mean? Like,
A previous
precisely.
guest.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But exactly, the fact is, there's something special about having unique things. So if you create something that's got a mistake in it, it's unique. You've got to lean into that and kind of go, it's a greater value
Yeah.
in something that's real
Yeah.
than something that you can churn out thousands
That
of.
toy-
Yeah, but you can accessorize it. You get creative, make it your own.
And exactly that, yeah. You know, why not? Why not take the dining table you've got? If you're really sick and tired of how boring it looks, paint it.
I did.
We
Painted
did.
oranges. Brilliant. Yeah.
I lived at home. My mum and dad and I, we painted our dining room table.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's because you can.
Because you can.
It's the best part about being a grown up.
What they did, they painted it like the Sistine Chapel ceiling as well. Like Rob took ages doing it.
Yeah, it's just me holding my fingers out towards me.
It's like nobody eats off of it.
It's two of me, just fingers together.
You're there with a loincloth on the top of the table. No one wants to eat their
Tea
dinner off
towel.
of that.
Come on, tea towel. Making it realistic here.
One with beard, one without beard.
Of course, yeah. 100%. To differentiate.
Because you've interviewed so many people, right?
Yeah.
And like me and Sangeeta were like, we're pretty much starting out on this journey. We've been doing it for a year and a half. Like, what are your top tips like for interviewing people? Like, one, like, how do you deal with someone if they're a bit boring or like if they talk too much? Like me.
I was going to say, what more than you? Yeah, let's have that tip, Rob. What do you do when your co-host chats too much? Hey, ads.
Sangeeta, come over here. Come over here. Right. Sorry.
Go on, tell us.
Kill him.
Well, that's easy.
If
We've got a big
if
garden
you
here.
can't do that,
I reckon I could take Sangeeta.
send him on
I've got a pen.
errands.
Yeah, but can you take my young people? My little gangsters?
He can't even let us have this conversation. He's got to
You
interrupt
see?
them. He's doing
You
it
can't
now.
send a guest on errands.
Okay, we can send a host on errands.
Yeah.
Challenges.
Oh, yeah.
Set
You
him a
need a coffee.
challenge. Set him a challenge that you can't possibly, achieve in the time span. and they would go
Dare
away.
you to go find a Costa coffee right now.
Well,
That's
there's 30 in Chelmsford.
That's
You're never
open.
further than
That's
2 metres
open.
from a Costa Coffee.
That's open.
Yeah, it's open.
He knows where it is.
Big Tesco around the corner's got 2 Costas within about 15 metres of each other. The one in the shop's shut. The one in the garage is open.
All right, go find. I don't know. I'll think of something, but
Rob,
I get your meaning.
Rob, how do you
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, how do you let a guest let you cook? You know, like if you want to keep in your flow.
Okay, the short answer is your job as a presenter is to get the best out of your guest.
Yes.
The two things you do 2 things really well between the 2 of you is you have a great rapport and you make me feel welcome in this room, right?
Yeah.
But eye contact, massively big, is a huge deal.
What if
I do
you're
a-
autistic?
I do, so that's fine. But you,
I don't like it.
okay, but you need to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, the thing, be comfortable. That is the most important thing. I usually spend at least 5 minutes with everyone before recording anything or otherwise.
Yeah.
Just having a nonsense chat with them
That's
about it.
Love it.
I love it, and that's what we try and do here as well. I say I went on Britain's Got Talent once, right? It's a whole other story, but it's really weird. It's really weird. It's really weird the way you're processed, right? That you're like kind of walked down a thing, you sat somewhere,
Yep.
and then before you've even had a chance to think about it, you're pushed out on stage in front of 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And there's no like warm up, you know, and any gig you sort of get warmed up, you know, like
And
performance.
sometimes that is kind of part of it as well. Sometimes you want
Yeah.
that real organic, natural kind of reaction to
Yeah.
it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But again, equally, I will do like sometimes the first 3 to 4 minutes of any chat I have with someone will be me just asking really kind of everyday questions about something, and usually
Yeah.
a really random question gets everything settled, gets everyone really comfortable.
What's that?
Something,
What's
I usually pick something that has nothing to do with what we actually want to talk about in the end.
Yeah.
So it's a complete curveball, and then the brain goes, I don't know, actually. Like, do you think more bread has been fed to birds or turned into toast? It's
Yeah.
so
I
it's so
love
mad.
that. That's so
But your brain
random.
goes,
Yeah.
what? And then you go, well, actually, if I think about it, everyone likes to feed, you put the mouldy bread out for the birds. That's true. That happens a lot. There's probably a lot of crumbs dropped in the process of eating a sandwich on the go.
Yeah.
How much toast do I really have?
And, and of course, the toaster was only invented in Chelmsford in the 1800s or 1900s or something. So
Absolutely.
there's a lot of bread before that and lots of ducks eating it.
Well, exactly. But ducks weren't invented until 1964. So, again,
That's
it's,
true.
it's
But
really hard
if you think
to know.
that, when did a dinosaur become a bird as well? Because Tyrannosaurus Rex is related to chicken, right? So when was
Yes.
it not a lizard? When was
But
it
that's
a bird?
like saying we're related to bananas because we've got 84% the same DNA. So let's not get started on that train, okay? Because
but I'm just thinking about bread here.
this episode will never end if we start unlocking this sort of this nonsense.
When did birds get invented?
When did birds get invented?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been the week after tape measures.
I think so, yeah. And after,
No,
after the word bird.
No, the week before tape measures. The
Yeah.
week before tape measures. Week after the week. Yes, birds. Tape measures. Skidoos. Yeah. That's the
I actually
timeline.
looked up.
Brilliant.
I looked up whether there were more traffic cones than people in Britain the other day.
There was.
Yeah.
I ate 3 of them.
Did you? Traffic cones
No,
or people?
people.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
is that why the police are waiting outside? I can see the flashing
Traffic
lights.
cones are currently 2 up on people at the moment.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I love this.
Right, you've been doing Upload for how long?
6 years nearly.
Right, and you say every week you just get these creative gems coming through. What is it in Essex that's making Essex people so come up with all this creativity? 'Cause I reckon there must be something in the water. I'm not talking about what's coming down the Thames from London, but
no, you're right.
But I think Essex is so creative.
Created some
Yeah.
really good
It's,
creatives.
I think it's the sweet spot of having kind of that half rural, half urban makeup. It's having a proper cross mix of everyone.
Yeah.
It is about having people who've done the city thing, done the sort of the rural side of things. It's having lots of people with many years experience, shall I say, and having lots of young people who are like just really into what they want to do.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I'm almost a little bit jealous of like the younger generation, like them having even more opportunity than I had. And I was very lucky. I got very lucky. I was, I had loving family and a supportive family, yet I was the last one to leave home and I'm the only one with a degree, and you think that make no sense. And there is definitely something in the water in Essex, and I think it's a belief. I think there's a belief in the air that you can do anything you want. So like, whether it's the Fringe Festival in Colchester or the Playhouse over in Harlow or anything else, for that matter, like the Essex Book Festival is an incredible organisation and a month-long celebration of words as well. So, and the fact is, people come here. I think it's something about the space that's creative because it brings people here, not just people who live here, but people come from outside
to
find that
And do you know what?
creativity.
I think we have a cultural wobble, right? Where we're a little bit like, we've got our regional identity, right? We've got our cultural wobble.
We're not quite London.
Yeah.
We're definitely not Suffolk.
Definitely not Suffolk.
And we're not in the sea. So, we must be Essex.
Unless you live in the Principality of Sealand.
And like every good story, the full arc has come to an end.
I was just waiting for that. Sangita, we're going to get Rob back. He's going to be like, I think, our regular contributor. I think.
I think so.
Rob, can you come? Can we get you? Can you commit now to once a year? Maybe you could come and see us
On one condition.
Yeah,
I get to turn up when I want.
Well, you did that anyway.
Unannounced.
Oh, hang on.
Like a mystery shopper.
Sangita, we're going to build the jellycopter, the jelly pad. We're going to build the jelly pad on the roof of the studio.
Let's do it. That's the mission.
Yeah. It's a circle with a J in it. So helicopters know they're not allowed to land on it.
Just a J.
I love that. And if we can't get that within a year, can we start with a jelly skater maybe? Jelly skateboard.
Yeah.
So we can get him here and then we can
He can
work
jelly board,
towards
yeah.
Your jelly
Oh,
board.
I'm up for that.
Yeah,
It's very flexible.
that shirt is telling me he belongs.
Do you want the shirt?
No, I just love the colours. I love bright stuff because it brightens up my day. So
Yes.
I'm just loving that shirt.
Sangeeta,
And I can
do you
sit
know-
on a jelly board?
I have no problems being creative anyway, but like just talking to Rob, like feel like energy's like infectious. Like, I think positivity is really infectious.
That's what I've loved about this interview, if I'm really honest, on a serious note, because I always go into my little serious mode. What you've said around if you want to get into this career. Now, I work with people that don't often educate themselves or don't have the money to go to uni and things like that. Just that thing that you just spoke about. And what I loved about your energy is that you've made it sound like, listen, not anything is possible. Just get your head down and do it. And I think that's really amazing. And
Anything
you're
is
so
possible.
funny.
And you've got to
And
make
he's so
stuff, right?
funny.
Basically,
love it.
Essex. We are Rob's prank monkeys. We need to make stuff and send it to upload. You've
Yes.
got to send Walrus Gymnastics. If someone hasn't made it, make it. Let's get it into Rob's inbox.
I'm going to check out Upload. I'm going to be
yeah.
really real because I don't know the guests. That's
Sangita, drop a poem.
Listen, hey,
Because
it's getting
do you know what?
deeper now.
We're going to go on.
Yes.
Well, we're going to go on anyway to talk about podcasts. I think sometime. I'm just inviting myself.
Brilliant.
I mean, I've got my pass.
I'll just listen.
I've got my pass for BBC Essex anyway.
Don't
you know,
be
we can
surprised
go
if I
there.
beat you to it,
Yeah, we'll go to Sex House as my kids laugh when we go past it. And they're like, Sex House. When we go past Essex House.
We know the sign fell off, right? It's fixed. It's fixed now. It says Essex.
Very faulty towers. But we'll go in there and chat about it. But I think everyone, if you're doing something interesting, even if no one's seen it, you should send it to upload because it's like Joe McGowan, the comedy writer that was on here before.
Yeah.
He'd had a few films out, but he went on it, and it makes it a proper thing. It makes and you
Making
played his
you
whole
feel
comedy
good.
film.
Whole
I
thing.
think it wasn't P is for penis, was it?
Yeah.
Was it? That's
Yeah.
What? Slightly edited.
Yeah, slightly edited.
P is for anus. What? Why is this thing about Jessica Ennis? Her name doesn't even begin with P. What?
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, you can so look out for what's the details for upload?
If you head to bbc.co.uk/upload, you'll get everything you need from there. It is a super simple 2-step process.
Nice.
Amazing.
And also, you should follow us on @r.u.creative.podcast. Yay! I got it right. So hard to say.
Nailed it.
He's done it.
And then we're going to go now. So thank you very much, Sangita.
Thank you very much, Nick.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
No, not Rob. Thank you very much, Adam from Lorca Media, because we're in his brilliant studio again. Absolute legend. Get out of my studio. Well, yeah, okay. We got another guest, mate.
We have. Tomorrow, remember?
They're like buses. They're queuing up outside.
Thank you so much, Rob. Please The Jellycopter, I can hear the rotor blades are whirring.
The engines are up. I'm
Yeah,
running.
it's actually making the whole studio vibrate.
Yeah.
So please.
My pilot will be furious how long I've been in here.
The ladder's coming down through the roof. Here we go. Look, the hatch is open. Just get
I
on
will
it.
see you at an unannounced date in the future.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you very much.
So
Oh, have you got Rob
Rob.
Jelly catchphrase?
Yes.
I will see you at an unannounced date in the future. It's quite threatening.
Cheers for your ears.
I love it. Thank you.